Welcome back, friends, to TV5 News at 9. It is time for Design Time. We love it. Don't forget to get your cell phone out because we do have a QR code right there on your screen and you can scan it for all of today's information. We are talking about the backs of furniture. Okay, so what is this about? We don't really think about it when we're buying furniture, the back of it, right?
Most people don't.
Okay, so tell us what do we need to think about?
Well, the thing is that the back of a sofa, a regular sofa, is nicely done, tight and very smooth tailoring. But there are pieces like the back of a sectional where pieces meet, or reclining furniture that doesn't look quite as nice.
Yeah, is one back option better than another one, Kathy?
Well, definitely if you're walking into your space and you're going to see right in front of you the sofa or the sectional, you'll want to make sure that it has a nice back, because I've had people lately having had a sofa now switching to reclining, and its back is taller, and because the recliner has to move, the back material is not as tight and tailored, so it doesn't have as great a look. Now I have a recliner right here, and you can kind of see that there's some gaps here, and the material is loose, and that's so when the recliner leans back, it has room for the fabric to move. And so sometimes this look just isn't as good, and with a sofa that reclines, you're going to have 3 separate pieces, so you want to keep that in mind for the back of the piece as well.
I love that. So Kathy Kilborn and her team right here in Auburn at Tri-City Furniture have all of these options you can look at and try it out. Now, what is the difference about the back of a sectional?
Well, the sectional, you have to keep in mind, is not going to be as nice as a regular sofa. They have fabric wrapping around the frames, there's padding, and then you're pushing those pieces together. So they're never going to be as tight. I've had people say, well, they're not exact. Well, your flooring can be different, the way that it sits up against each other. So perfection, again, in sectional pieces is not as good as a regular sofa. You may want to do a sectional which has like 3 seats hooked together. Then you don't have as many gaps.
Okay, so we've talked about recliners, sectionals, sofas. How about chairs?
Chairs usually are not a problem, because you can maybe set them slightly on an angle and not totally see that. But again, if there's a way you don't have to walk into the back, it would be better, because the recliners are going to have the gaps. A regular chair, a glider, they will have a nice tailored back, so really not a problem.
Okay, so Kathy, I know you and your team here have a way to camouflage a back if people want to.
Well, if you're walking into a space and it's sticking out in the room, lots of times putting an accent cabinet or a sofa table on the back will camouflage some of those flaws that are in the backing, because now you have a pretty piece to look at rather than just the back of that sofa that's several pieces of material.
Oh my goodness. So any message that you'd have for those people shopping for furniture when they're considering the back? You need to consider the back of furniture.
Consider the back, because especially if you're coming from a sofa to a recliner, the backs between the height and the way the material is much different. And we want to make sure there are no surprises when you get your sofa, your new furniture. You want to love it, front and back.
You sure do. Thank you for these great tips, Kathy.
Thank you.
It. Yes, make sure you check out Kathy Kilborn and her team here at Tri-City Furniture in Auburn. Thank you for watching this edition of Design Time.